Piraat beer is produced by the world-famous Brouwers van Steenberg Brewery in East Flanders, Belgium. Other popular beer from the company includes Golden Draak and Sealess White. With a history dating back to 1784, is this Belgian Pale Ale worth your weekend beer money? Find out now on Two Dudes Reviews.
What up, guys? Yeah, today we have the good old Piraat Belgian Ale. I'm not sure if it's Piraat or Piraat or it's Belgium and it's pirate with two A's. I don't know. But let's get into the beer. So the bottle really looks like a Duvel bottle. It's got that same kind of just lip, this kind of curvature right here. But it's not brewed by the same place. Either way, it's a Belgian beer. It's from 1784, so there's a lot of history, which you're going to find with a lot of, or most Belgian beers. I don't believe I've had this one before, so I'm always really excited to try a new Belgian beer. So we're going to go through this. Of course, it has the same kind of really overflowing head that a Duvel and other Belgian lagers or Belgian ales will have. But should be interesting. It's 10.5% alcohol. We'll see if we can taste it or if it's one of those things that just kind of sneaks up on you. But the head does kind of look like it's squishing down nicely, and let's see if we can get some smell out of this. So let's start off the review at the smell. It has a crisp, there's some citrus, kind of like lemon in there, but there's also maybe something deeper, a little bit of apricot, maybe a slight woodsiness to it. It does have a little bit of a Pilsner smell to it. Kind of an earthy Pilsner almost. I think it's actually a pretty good way to describe this. It smells like an earthy Pilsner, but it smells pretty good to me. I'm going to recommend it on smell. Now let's go into taste. It does have a little bit of a bite to it at the end of it. Almost an apricot toffiness kind of going on. There is a little bit of, I'm not sure if there's like a tobacco kind of smokiness. There is kind of a woodsiness to it, like the oak aged kind of thing. Not smoky, but it does have some of the bitterness to it. Not like a barley wine. It's not to that. It's not like that. 10.5% alcohol. I think you would be able. You drink it and you know it's going to be on the higher end. It's similar a little bit. It's got a little bit of bitterness too. With an IPA-ish thing going on. Not an IPA. It's not that bitter, but it does have a little bit of that going on. You don't get any real citrus in there. Maybe a deep, deep grapefruit hidden underneath, really down low. But that's really under all of the woodsy earthiness. It really tastes like an earthy beer. Yeah, I think there's almost a little bit tobacco notes. Good tobacco notes to it. But I feel like this is one of those beers where if you are a whiskey drinker, if you like a good whiskey to just sip neat, or maybe a little ice or water splashed into it, This, I think, is a great beer to sip on. It kind of tastes like whiskey as a beer. Just cold. But I like it. It's definitely a nice, you can tell it's, again, there's history behind it. So I'm going to recommend it for the taste. Next is value for price. This beer, I believe I paid $4.99, so about $5 for the single glass. Now, there's a lot of Belgian beers you're going to spend about $5 for. Probably if you look for Duvel or a lot of the Trappist beers, you're going to spend somewhere in that general vicinity. You never really know. With a lot of the Belgian beers, you could be $2 for the Hoegaarden, or the Hoegaarden, as I should be pronouncing it. But that's owned by Budweiser now, so that's a little more mass-produced. To these beers, which are going to be, $5 to $7 to $8 a pop. So it's not inherently expensive for a Belgian beer like this, but it's not like cheap either. It's right in that middle category. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna recommend it on value for price, because it's pretty good for where it's at. Next is drinkability, and you know what? I like it for the drinkability. It's something, it's 10.5% alcohol. We're approaching wine, but I can drink one of these without a problem. I can probably crack open 2, so I'm gonna recommend it on drinkability. Now, next is distinction. The distinction between other Belgian ales, that's where it gets, there's not maybe a whole lot different from some of the other Belgian. Alright, sorry about that. I had a little whoop with the computer. Not a big deal. Alright, we're going to get back into it. We are in distinction, what makes it distinct from other kind of Belgian ales. And that's where it gets, I guess, a little hooked, caught up a little bit. There's so many great Belgian beers that, there is a little bit of distinction, but not a lot. It's almost, I'm being swarmed by dogs right now. It's almost like a little bit of spice here or there, maybe a slightly different hop is used, but it's very similar. And this is a very similar beer to a lot of the other. My computer goes down and all the dogs lose their mind. But it's similar to a lot of the other great tasting Belgian beers. So while it does have some slight variation from the others, I can't give it the full score on distinction, so I'm going to give it a half on that score. The last category is would I buy it again? And honestly, I would. I like it. It tastes good. The price is comparable to a lot of the other Belgian beers that I might pick up. So maybe I just feel like something a little different, and so that's what I go with. So yeah, I'm going to recommend Piraat, or however I'm supposed to say it, for would I buy it again. So that is the review. If you've had it before, let me know in the comments. Maybe this is like your go-to Belgian beer. Maybe there's others similar that you like instead. Let me know. If maybe you hated it, let me know too. But feel free to like and subscribe. We got more stuff coming up, and you can follow me on Twitter and podcasts and all that other stuff, so check that out. But for now, for myself and for good old Piraat Belgian Ale, take it easy. Going for the $2. Take it easy.